don't even have a chair. Everything's fine. Hi, Maria. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Marianne. Okay, guys, turn your cameras on. Unless you're naked or doing the deed. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that, but just turn your cameras on. Let me see you. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm really excited about our call tonight. But we have a special guest, and I'm really excited. Obviously, we're having this recorded. Oh, wait. You already recorded it, but it's not showing recorded on my side.
It's recording.
Okay, that's fine. I'm excited for this because I asked Beck to come on. You guys, Beck is amazing. She's one of the OGs that came to Amare from the very beginning, and she's seen like so much from her previous experience being a top leader at another company, being with Amare from the beginning, and just really working like hand in hand with David Chung, Daddy David, who is our CEO and owner, but he's so amazing. And so just even like as a diamond leader, just seeing all the things that are coming and what's going to be just next year is going to be killer. Okay. And so she's just going to share some vision with you guys. Okay. So Beck, if you want to, you should be able to.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Can you pin her? Because I can't. Can I pin her face, spotlight her for everybody? Oh, wait. There we go.
I love being
Here you go.
big.
You're welcome.
I love being big on the Zoom. Thank you. You know what's funny? Anytime somebody pins me, I take myself off pin just for myself, so I don't have to stare at my big face and I can actually like look at the rest of you. But hi guys, it's nice to see those of you that I know. How many of you guys on here are newer? Maybe we haven't had the chance to like meet before. Amy, nice to meet you. Um, And okay, well, it's good to see you guys. It's good to meet you, Amy, and anyone else who's maybe newer or I haven't had the chance to meet yet. But thank you guys for inviting me to be on here tonight. As Jade said, I am an OG Amarian. I've been with Amari. It'll be 8 years in February, so almost 8 years. And I am so excited about where we're at right now as a company, which is like a cool way to feel 8 years in. You know what I mean? Like 8 years in, you could definitely start to feel a little fatigued or whatever. And I'm just like very, very excited about what's happening right now with this company and where we're going. So just to give you guys a little bit of context, our percentage increase as a company, you guys, and as a team between October and November was the highest increase we've had since our largest month in company history in February 2024. So we definitely had a really killer month for Black Friday in November. And all of those show key indicators, right? That like that kind of growth shows key indicators for growth going into the new year. So that's really, really positive and exciting to be a part of. Um, and I had the pleasure of going to Australia last week, 2 weeks ago, you guys, for the Australia New Zealand Amari convention. And I got to spend some time when I was there with our owner and CEO, David Chung, who unfortunately fell off the stage at the end of the event and now is dealing with a fractured foot in Australia. Very sad. Um, but before he fell off the stage, we had some really, really awesome conversations about some things that he's working on, and some things coming in the future. And here's what I really want to share with you guys. And like, I know it's really awful. The poor guy, he literally stepped backwards to let somebody else on the stage, and there was a huge gap behind the stage, and he fell. And he fractured his foot. So I think he just had surgery in Australia, and now he's going to be in a wheelchair for the next 3 months. But he's acting as CEO. He's ready to go. Um, but you guys, one of the things I love about David is he literally fell off the stage, and he was so upset that everyone was so upset. And he just kept saying like, "I'm okay, I'm okay." And like the guy fractured his foot. And then he was like, I'm just so glad it happened to me and not somebody else." I'm like, "Oh, David, you're like the sweetest." But anyway, so had some really good conversations with him there. And just to give you guys a little bit of insight, so January 10th, we're launching two new products. Does everybody know that? So we have two new products coming January 10th, as well as a New Year kickoff coming January 10th. So mark that on your calendars. I have seen the two new products that are coming. I've gotten some information on them. We have a diamond preview for the two new products coming, I think, next week. And they are really, really cool products. They are products that have really good quality ingredients in them, which is Amari's style, and products that I have not seen done in this way before. So I think that's going to be really, really awesome. Then we have our convention in March. And in March, we have another two products launching at convention, as well as a new flavor of a product we've never gotten a new flavor of before. And I believe we have another flavor of Edge coming in February. So we're just like kind of stacked you guys with new stuff that's coming. And when I was in Australia with David, he was like on his phone showing me all the stuff he's working on. And I just think you guys that we are in a really cool position and just really blessed to have his leadership because most companies, you guys, don't have the financial backing and stability that we have at Amari. Like, we don't have to rely on going and finding outside investors. We don't have to rely on, a board. You guys, we don't even have a board of directors. David's favorite thing to say is like, you guys, the field, are my board of directors. Like, it's you guys and me. I'm the owner, you're my partners. And to have that as a company is very, very unique in this space. Actually, most companies in our space are run by private investors, private equity companies, venture capitalist companies, or multiple owners. So to have like one guy with deep pockets that's making the decisions and is totally committed to the growth is very, very, very unique. And then on top of that, the fact that he built this brand new manufacturing facility for us and literally has brought everything in-house. So we control the entire process. That allows us, you guys, to move at the speed that you're going to start to see us really move in 2026 with product development and new flavors and fun things like that. So when you're looking at like kind of hitting the lottery for a company like this with ownership, we have it. And if you actually look at the direct selling space, um, most of the legacy companies out there that are thriving actually are privately owned by somebody who owns the process. So it's pretty cool to think that that's where we're headed, right? So, like, you could go right now and join a brand new startup in our space and have to deal with all the risk and craziness and chaos that comes along with that. Or you could go find some stability with a legacy company, which is cool because you have that kind of stability with a legacy company and some of them are privately owned the way Amari is, but you don't have the growth potential that you have at a 8-year-old company, right? And actually, historically, if you look at companies in our space, most of the big, big top earners actually come and join between years 7 and 10. So this is a really, really good time to be coming into Amari, to be bringing new people into Amari, to know that we have everything in place that's going to take us into the future. Really, really gets me excited all over again, right? About something that I've been doing for the past 8 years. But in my 15 years in this industry, in my 8 years with Amari, I've never been more confident with an owner and a CEO. And that is the honest truth. So I just think we've got some really cool, exciting things coming down the pipeline. Lock in, you guys. That's what I would say to you is like really lock in and decide that you're going to not just have your boat in the water for this next wave of momentum that's coming, but have your paddles in. Like be paddling, you guys, right? Like you can't catch the wave. Think of it like like have you guys ever seen those body surfers in the ocean? Right? Or boogie boarding. My kids love to boogie board. I kind of like to boogie board too. Like they're all paddling, right? To catch the wave. You don't catch the wave when you're kind of just sitting there and watching. And that's one of the things that I really saw with Black Friday, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, is the people that have really been in the water paddling since July, August had like, what's the word? I want to say meteoric rocket ship style. Let's just call it ship style, right? They had rocket ship style Novembers because they were really in the water paddling, right? And they had the momentum already working in their favor. So, what I would say to you guys right now is two new products coming in January and then another two in March. Like, get the boat in the water and start paddling now so that you can be a part of these next waves of momentum. Okay. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys tonight. I'm pumped. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. Jade, I don't know if you have like a full agenda and you just want to throw me off. If you have a question for me.
Well, after we kind of talk for a second, we're gonna have a training on host to post, which is gonna be really good for all of you guys. So make sure that you kind of like take notes. But one thing that I do want to say, so like we've been doing this for a really long time, like over 10 years. And so can you explain what it means when you say legacy company? Because like we have to remember what's first of all, Amare is an amazing company. How many of you guys agree? Like who has used a product where they're like they you're just like this is the best. Like I don't want to use any other hair care ever. I was a cosmetologist. I can just go on saloncentric.com. Courtney knows and order whatever I want. And I just use nothing other than hair color from there. Our skincare, let's just say I survived like multiple rounds of death this year and I look like I'm aging backwards, right? Our happy juice completely changed my life. I feel like we all can say these things. So we have these amazing products. If you guys did not watch the Team Call Tuesday from yesterday, I really hope that you watch the recording because there's so much money, even you guys that are leaders. If you did not watch the thing to entirety, I promise you that there were things that Brody talked about with our comp plan about making $1,000 that you guys are like, well, shit, I haven't even thought about this because we have to put our business hats on. I just feel like we've had this really weird, like from 2020 to probably like the end of last year, where everything was just TikTok shop. We're just doing whatever, people are just buying whatever, whatever, whatever and the economy shift, things shifts, but don't be afraid of that because I joined my previous company like right after the crash of 2008 when everybody was dirt poor. It was $100 to join that company and I was scared out of my mind to help people go to join and I enrolled thousands of brand partners and I made $1 million in less than 2 years. And this is 1,000 times better. That company was sharing like weight loss stuff with a million other companies. We're the only ones that have what we have. Like, you really got to get excited about that. But, anyways, what does that mean? Like, being a legacy company, why is that important? Why is that cool? Why is it special?
Yeah, so I want you guys to think about it like this. And I've been on my soapbox about this lately, so please excuse me. But the network marketing direct sales industry, the way our compensation plan is built, it's actually built to give you something called residual income, reoccurring income, right? Do you guys all like drop a one in the chat if you know what I mean by reoccurring residual income, right? That means that you're building an asset for yourself, right? Almost look at it like an investment, okay? So the way the comp plan works is that as you're building your business, you're always going to have some setbacks and then you're going to have some jump forwards. Like that, it's going to happen throughout your years building a business like this. Okay. But what you'll notice over time is that there's a foundation as you continue to build that even during your setbacks doesn't go away. Right. And that foundation gets bigger and bigger over time. So at the very beginning, that foundation, maybe it's a couple $100 a month that you're earning without even really trying. Is anyone at a place yet where they're earning like one or $200 without even trying? Just put a yes in the chat box.
Yes.
Yes, Jade is. Okay. Anyone else? Courtney. Thank you guys. Becky, right? Rianne, right? Like, so you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? The next step is it gets to a place where you got like $1,000 coming in without even really trying, right? Then it might go to 2,000, 3,000, right? You might get to a point, you guys, where you have $10,000 coming in without even trying, or $20,000 coming in without even trying, right? Like those are very, very large businesses, but you can get to that place. And that's what reoccurring income is about, right? So when you're building a business in this industry, you want to make sure that you're attaching yourself to a company that has staying power so that the work that you're doing today pays you in 5 years, pays you in 10 years, right? Pays you in 15 years so that you're not starting over every couple years at a new place and rebuilding those residual incomes. So the exciting thing about a legacy company, what I think is sexy about building with a company that has legacy potential is that all those hours that you're putting in right now to build your business, they're not just going to pay you tomorrow or at the end of this month or on the 15th or tomorrow or, 3 months from now, but 10 years from now, you might still be getting a deposit in your bank account for maybe it's $100, right? Maybe it's $500, maybe it's $5,000 because of the work that you're doing today. That is what is sexy about a legacy company, right? So, how many of you guys on here would love to be building an asset like that for yourself? Now, it doesn't mean that there's not going to be the ups and the downs, right? There's going to be the jump forwards and the scale backs. All of that is going to be a part of it, but that foundation you build will always be hitting your bank account. So that's why we want to make sure that we're partnering with a company that has legacy staying power. And that's what excites me about our ownership and everything that he's building for the health of this company, right? The fact that we manufacture all of our own products and we make all of our own products. Nothing's white labeled, right? Like our packaging is made by David Chung's packaging company, you guys, right? So that's what's so exciting about that is that he's investing in this as if it is going to be a company that he is paying all of his partners, you and I, for many, many years to come. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that you can make a living in this life. There's a lot of different ways that you can make a living in network marketing, right? In direct selling. But the smart people in this industry look for ownership like David. They look for a company that they know when they're investing their time, their precious time, right? Because I know that you guys all have other things going on in your life. Some of you have families, right? I mean, everyone has a family of some kind, right? You have other things that you could be doing. Some people have, sick parents or sick kids or whatever it is. If you're putting your precious time into this, that you're putting your precious time into something that has staying power. That's what I mean by building a legacy business with a company that has legacy potential. I'll tell you guys a quick story too, if that's okay, Jade. Um, so I was actually before I came to Amari when it was just a little baby startup. And at the time, I saw the potential with Legacy because of the mental wellness brand, because nobody else was doing that. And I was like, that is something different and cool. But I left a legacy company to come here 8 years ago. And it was a solid company, but it was very, very old and just needed a lot of updating that wasn't happening. And I saw Amari and I saw the potential here and I ran with it. But what I learned at that legacy company was my uplines at that company, you guys, had been there for 40 years. 40 years. And they were earning multiple six figures a year for 35 of those years. They were retired teachers living on a multiple six-figure salary that they had built 35 years prior. And that's what gave me the perspective on legacy. And I think that's why I have that perspective and I get so excited about where Amari is headed. And the way I build my business, you guys, like those of you guys who don't know me very well yet, you don't know this, but those of you guys who know me, you probably see that I build my business with my feet planted, right? Like I'm here. I don't entertain other opportunities. I have other income streams outside of network marketing. I don't believe you should do more than one network marketing company, but I have other income streams and I have investments and things like that. But when it comes to network marketing, my feet are very planted here, and that's how I lead my team. And I don't want anyone on my team to ever question whether I'm here or not. And a big reason for that is because I have seen with my own eyes what it looks like when you build a legacy business, and I'm building that. And I want to build with people like you, each of you, who are here for that. You know what I mean? Who want this to be something that pays you for generations, right? That you can pass down to your children. Like, do you know how powerful that is, right? Like this couple that I was my old upline, their children were now in the business with them. It was really, really cool to see. And that's what I'm excited about building towards with legacy.
I love that so much. Did anybody have any questions? Or else we can if you want to type it in the chat. Yeah. I'm excited. I've said it since we came to Amare. I was like, it's just so weird because this time of life and just how things feel with Amare feels so much like when I first got started in just this industry in general. And it's such a gift. And it doesn't mean that you're like, do not be distracted by people who, when you like see, how many of you guys have seen some leader, maybe this your first time being here, but a lot of us have done other companies, and we see some leader pop over to some company and they just, go up whatever to the top and blah, 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 blah. That all the dust settles in about 6 months. Every single time. That's typically why they hop to like multiple places multiple times, because they're trying to chase this like big boom. And there's a big boom. It's like 1 in 100,000 that like that actually happens to someone and it sustains. What I'm so excited about with Amare is that I know the most important thing in this business is that it's about helping most people make more money. And the fact that we have our focus on five, like that is literally your absolute gold mine, not just for like your own paycheck, but if you make it your goal in 2026 to just help 10 people hit their freaking focus on five every single month, just 10, you are going to make such an income that's going to allow you to take so much stress off of your shoulders. But you've got to do it like you mean it. And you've got to do it like it's important to you. And the people who treat it importantly and the people who put their head down, they work and they stop at the distractions, there's always going to be 535 other ways to make money on social media. TikTok shop, you got like a Facebook this, got like an Amazon affiliate, we got fucking digital marketing here, we're selling this person's course there, it's nail stickers, like there's just always going to be something. So you need to really like think like what I want you guys to do like this month, because it's the perfect time to do it, and we'll do a dream board party, but I really want you to like figure out how you can just nestle down real tight and cozy, like the people who fly like fighter jets and they get all nice and strapped up and in, and you figure out like what your main goal is and you just put your blinders on and you focus. There's a reason why my block list has 3,000 people on it. It's only bit me in the ass when Courtney Kretza and Ainsley. I had Ainsley blocked too. So sorry. But you know what I mean? Like it's just it's be here for the long haul. Anyways, okay, Beck. Well, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Stay and listen to host to post training, or you can go, whatever it is that you want to
Guys,
do.
you guys are awesome. I am watching 1923. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it. It's really good. And I paused because I love you guys so much, but I'm gonna go hit play and you guys listen to everything that is said on this call because it's gonna be good. Thank you guys for having me. Love you all. Thank you, Jade. I'll see you guys
Thank
later.
you guys.
Courtney, bye.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get going here on our host to post training. Is it Becky's court? Okay, there she is, beautiful Becky. There she is. Okay, I'm just gonna mute myself, and between you and Alden, you guys take it away. And I'm excited about this.
Okay, hey y'all. My name is Becky Hatton. If anybody's new here and you don't know me, I have been in the industry now for 7 years, and it's been almost 2 years. Wow, that is crazy with Amare, you guys. And Happy Juice completely changed my life. This business has been such a blessing, and I feel like I've learned a lot over these 7 years. I've learned about what works, what doesn't, what's duplicatable. And tonight, I just want to pour into you on one strategy that has proven to be able to change your business over and over again when you commit to doing it. Okay, so we're going to be breaking down. It's simple, it's fast, and it's a way to generate leads daily, which is what we call host to post. And this is the system that completely exploded my business with my last company in a matter of 3 months when I made a decision to stop making it optional. And every time that I've dropped it, I've seen things slow down. Every time I pick it back up, things take off again. It's really that simple. And I feel like a lot of you might feel stuck in your business because you are waiting for leads to magically appear, magically come to you. You're waiting for a reel to go viral or the perfect moment or for people to reach out to you first. But here's the truth. If you don't have eyes on your business and you don't have enrollments, and if you want leads to be coming in consistently, you have to create a flow daily. And that's exactly what Host to Post does. It brings in new leads every single day. And I will be completely honest with you. I actually avoided Host to Post for a long time here at Amari. I got in my head. I listened to wrong opinions. I let other people's attraction, marketing, success convince me that Host to Post was somehow wrong or desperate. And again, I have seen how this can change a business. Um, because it changed mine. Within 3 months, I went from hardly enrolling to enrolling like 30 people every single month consistently, but it's not instant and it's not overnight. It just takes consistency. Okay. And that's because with this system, you can have new leads coming to you, new conversations, and you're tapping into networks that have like never been tapped into before. And it's not luck, you guys. It's a decision. It was a decision. I committed to doing the work. I had a system that worked for me, for my, busy day. I had a way that I did it, and I made a commitment that I didn't go to bed until I got a 10 Host to Post up. 10. Okay. So if I can go from barely enrolling to enrolling 30 plus people a month doing Host to Post, so can you. Okay. But here's the thing. Host to Post can be hit or miss. And that's exactly why if you want to actually see results with Host to Post, you need to commit to getting up 8 to 10 Host to Post a day. I know that sounds like a lot, but Host to Post is not a luck strategy. It's literally a number strategy, you guys. One person might post for you and they might get no comments, okay? And then you have another person that posts for you and they get like 20 plus comments and you have tons of new conversations going. You never know which one's going to blow up. I kind of think of it like fishing, okay? You might cast one line and you might get a bite or you might not. And then if you cast 10 different lines in 10 different parts of the lake with 10 different types of fish swimming around, your chances are going to go up a ton. Host to Post works the exact same way, okay? Some people that post for you could have dead algorithms. They might barely ever post on their page. They might be posting memes all day long. So chances are there's a good amount of people that algorithms are going to be shot and they're going to be posting for you and it might not go anywhere. So getting up 1 to 2 to 3 Host to Post is like you're going to be fishing in like a puddle, you guys. It's not even going to be worth it. It's going to make you feel like this isn't worth it. So you have to get up more than just 2 or 3 a day. Okay. So the way that I actually get these up, yeah, bare minimum, I would say is 8 a day. Yes. 8, 10, if you want to go all in and even more. And I feel like once you get into a flow of it, like it's going to be really hard at first, but once you get into a groove of how to do it and how to work, it actually is easy. You have people messaging you, conversations going, and you just get like in this system and it works really well. So I get up my Host to Post a few different ways. I do giveaway reels on TikTok, you guys. This is simple B-roll footage. We have examples for you in the boards. It's just a simple video with some wording over it. The one I use a lot is the average age of a mom is 26. Tell me your average. Well, tell me what age you became a mother. Comment below, and you'll get entered into my giveaway. Okay, and this is on TikTok. And then when they comment, I'm having them then go to a form in my bio that they fill out, you guys. And this just collects their information for me. It has a question on there that asks them if they are interested in making money online. And this is really important because a lot of the people that are filling out the info for the giveaway actually want info for the business, because who doesn't like extra money, you guys? Okay. So if they post if they reply that they just want the info about the giveaway, then I'm just texting them, asking them to post on their Facebook for me. But if they do want info on the business, then I'm just messaging them and talking to them straight about the business. So that's why Host to Post is so amazing, because it lets you to tap into a network that you normally wouldn't tap into, but also it can bring you in potential brand partners as well. So I post on TikTok those giveaways. And then I also do an engagement type post on Facebook. These are simple questions, pretty similar to the one that I do on TikTok. It's literally just a question. You want to make it something so simple that people don't even have to think about to answer, or something that they just can't help but put their 2 cents in, because people love to put their 2 cents in. So you just want to make it simple so that they will comment, and then you have all of these potentials from your own network that will post for you. And then that will get you into their network and get new eyes on your post. So I do this when I post on Facebook and I have, all of my friends comment on it. I'm then messaging the people that commented and asking them to post for me. And this is just the way I do it. If they agree to post for me, I have everybody that's on my friends list post a giveaway post. So this is a post about the giveaway. They'll post like, my friend Becky is blessing a family with money on the 4th. Drop the time that you see this post, and she'll get you entered, or whatever. And that taps into their network. I do this because I feel like a lot of the people that I'm having post for me or that comment on these posts are people that I've either posted for me in the past. So I'm just trying to like get out there and tap into their network. And then they post the giveaway, and then when they get comments on that giveaway, I'm having them message me. And that's when I'll give them a product post or a business post. And I think the product post that I've been using is the Nature's Ozempic post. Again, these are all like in the boards, and the Happy Juice post, those tend to do really well for me. I think that a lot of people overthink this. So I'm doing it those 2 ways. I've got people coming in from TikTok. I'm posting on my Facebook page, and I've got people, my Facebook friends coming to me as well. But sometimes that's not enough. Most of the times that is not enough to get up 8 to 10 host to posts a day. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it is not. And this is, I feel like, where most people get scared and don't want to do, but this is where the money is. And this is like a necessary step, and it's reaching out to your friends list, to your family. People overthink like who to reach out to. Go back through your text messages. Who's the last person that you text, your last Facebook messages, or literally just go to your Facebook friends list, I like to sort it from newest to oldest, go down the list, or oldest to newest, and just go down the list and message them. But you have to be careful on Facebook. I don't know if it's just my Facebook or if everybody's Facebook is like this, but I can only send out like 10. Yeah, oldest to newest. I can only send out I only do 10 messages at a time. So this is where it kind of gets tricky. But I'll send out 10 messages. So I have to do this, multiple times a day. When I pick my phone up, when I have a minute, it does not take long at all to send 10 messages, you guys. And then you can, pick it up, send those 10 messages, put your phone down, do whatever you got to do for the rest of the day. And then when you go back, you send 10 more, and then you just do that. And that builds up. You're going to have your inbox building up of people who are responding to post for you. So this is what I'm sending them to get them to post for me. I have tried both methods. I have tried the method where I straight up message them and directly ask them to post for me in some sort of fashion. I feel like I did not get as many responses doing it that way. So I went back to a way that I did it in the past. And I just messaged them something very simple like, hey, this is random, but I have a really quick question for you. And I promise I'm not asking you to buy anything. And that's it. I send that. And a lot of people, I feel like I get a lot more responses because they're curious. They want to know like what is this girl? What question does she have for me? Okay. And so they're responding like, yes, what's your question? And then I ask, and I simply say, so this, I know that this is random, but I don't know if you've seen this, but I do a monthly giveaway each month to give back and to help grow my business. And I'd love to get you entered. All you have to do is post a script that I give you on your page. And that's it. And you'll get entered. And then I say, sounds good. And that's it. Easy. It's friendly, no pressure. And people actually, you'll be surprised. People actually want to help. Okay. They just need to be asked. You just need to ask them. Okay. Sorry, I took notes because if not, I'd be all over the place. So, okay, I already did that. Okay, how do I keep track of all of these posts? Because if you're going to be getting up this many posts a day, you're going to have to keep track of the comments and you're going to have to keep going back and checking them for comments because there's posts that I will have that from like 2 or 3 days ago that will get comments. So you're going to have them all in one spot so that you can easily go back and check them and comment and reply to all of the people that are going to be interested, right? So I just save on Facebook, I just save them each month. I make a new collection. I name it, whatever the month is, 2025 post to post, and I just save it to a collection. That way it's right there on Facebook. If you go to your saved posts, you could just scroll down and you can find them all and you can check them really, really easily. So you want to make sure you have some way of tracking them. When they post for you, you're going to send them the link. All of these convos are in the boards. How to get them to post the link, everything is in the boards for you. I want to say, I feel like the biggest mistake that I see people make when it comes to host to post is you're not asking enough people, you're not reaching out to enough people each day, so you're not getting up enough host to post. I've seen people be like, okay, I'm going to try it. They try it for a couple of days, they get 2 to 3 up. Those 2 to 3 that they're getting up are flapping, and then they get in their head and they're like, this doesn't work, and they give up. But I promise you, if you commit to getting up 10 a day, you will see how many actually get comments, and you will start to have leads coming in, because you guys, you can't just sit around and wait and hope that your reels go viral and you get all of these enrollments, because I can tell you I've had reels go viral, and while that brings in enrollments, it is nice, but it is not something that you can count on. It's not something that you should sit back and wait for. Because I recently even had my whole TikTok that was bringing me in all my enrollments disappear. It got banned. So you just never know. And that's actually when I decided to pick up Host to Post again. I had like a week where I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? My leads aren't coming in anymore. Like, let me go back to what I know works. And as soon as I started doing that, my planner started filling back up again, you guys. So it's reliable. It's duplicatable, and it's the way to fill your planner if you're not getting enough leads coming to you, which is like the ultimate goal, right? So here's what I want you to hear from me tonight, you guys. You guys are not annoying people. You're not begging people, and you're not doing anything wrong by reaching out. We're not going to just sit back and wait for people to come. We are building something for our family. So stop sitting back and waiting to feel ready. Go after what you want. Decide, make a decision. Decide tonight that you're going to commit to getting minimum 8 to 10 up a day, that you're not going to go to sleep until you get that last one up. and do that for 30 days. Give it 30 days. Don't skip a day. And I promise you, in 3 months, your life is not going to look the same. Your business is not going to look the same. It is going to blow you away, but you have to stay consistent. And that's really it. Just commit to doing it and do it. And it will completely change everything. So that's really all that I have. I know that Alden is going to go into more. She's going to teach you like what to do once you get the host to post up. Like what do you do with the comments? What do you do in your messenger, which is all in the boards? And she's probably going to go over some things like that I missed or I didn't say. So thank you guys. And I don't know, somebody will have to do the switching to switch it.
I got it. So good, you guys. I want to say one thing. Remember that all of the scripts for everything are going to be in the board. We can do as many Zooms as we need as a team going in depth on host post because I know there's so many moving parts that it gets overwhelming of like, wait, what did she say? How do you save this? How do you do that? What's this? What's that? And so I want you to know that we can do as many Zooms as you need to make it make sense for you, but check the boards first. There's so much in there. There's tons of stuff, but we will continue to do Zooms. My one request for you is if there are specific questions that you have about host to post that you need Zooms going into, go to the post about that we posted about the Spirit Week on our Limitless Collective team page and put the questions below so that we know what to do tailored videos on. Okay? Also, I'm going to kick it over to Alden, but last thing that I want to say, remember tomorrow night, same time, get ready for the beach. Okay? We're going to talk about how to show up on social media. So, take it away, Alden.
Hi, friends. I hope you're wearing your Christmas PJs. I've actually had this little sweatset on all day long, so whatever. It's fine. If you don't know me, I'm Alden. I have been in network marketing now with everybody for like 6 years. I don't know. I need to do my math. Honestly, it's crazy. But excited to dive into host to post. I will say Becky like covered all the ins and the outs, I feel like. But yes, like if you ever have questions, go comment it like Courtney said. And something else that we can do is totally do like a middle of the day training, Courtney, or like a middle of the day training, like in the team page and just kind of like share, like I could do it or Courtney or somebody, like we can share our screen and walk through the board and just make sure that you feel really confident in knowing what to do and how to do it and all of that. Just a couple things that like I wanted to add in from what Becky said. Number one is kind of like transitioning into voice messages. So like when you have started a conversation with somebody, whether it's like asking them to host a post for you, or if you are talking about like the products or the business from a host to post, just the power of using your voice and sending a voice message, it lets people know that you're human. You really are able to connect with them. They can hear like your energy, your excitement, and it just makes it feel a little bit more human. It gives you just a little bit more connection there. So just the power of like actually using your voice. And I feel like I am the worst because I used to like really be good at sending voice messages and I've just really, really gotten away from that. So this is a reminder to myself to get back to sending my voice messages, because it really does make all the world of a difference. What else do we want to talk about? Something that I have been doing that has been working really well for me is kind of like Becky said, is using TikTok to kind of like funnel people to Facebook and having them post for me there. I have a link set up in my bio. They fill out a little like information. It gets me like their phone number. I send them a quick text message, add them on Facebook, and then they post for me. And that's just a whole other way and a new way to get into some new networks, get people seeing your page and your post, all of that good stuff. Um, and then really I will say I don't want to like keep it too long or anything and just help kind of feed into like what Becky said, but really it is just making that decision that you are going to go all in on host to post. Like you can say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, but you have to actually decide. Like you have to decide that you are doing it. And it's about keeping that promise to yourself that when you do decide you're going to do it, whether it's 5 a day, 10 a day, whatever you want it to be, but you are making that promise to yourself that at the end of the day, you have done what you said you're going to do. And if you will commit to doing that for, like Becky said, the next 30 days, your business will not look the same. When I started my business 5 years ago, host to post is the thing that absolutely blew it up. And social media was so different then. But that's the thing about Host to Post is it has stayed consistent and it consistently works if you consistently do it. You can't just decide, oh, I'm going to do it for 3 days and then you fall off for a week. And then I'm going to do it for 3 days and I fall off for a week. It's all about how it compounds over time and builds on itself. Because like the more that you're messaging, the more that you're having people post, the more people are just going to be willing to post for you. It kind of just helps like build your algorithm up, gets people seeing your post, all of that good stuff. So that's really the biggest thing is about Host to Post is just keeping going even on the days when you've heard a million no's, nobody's commenting on anything, because there's going to be those days where your posts aren't getting comments, people aren't seeing them, blah blah blah, all the things, but you just have to make that decision to keep going. And it really goes back to like that mindset and belief that Courtney and Mariah talked about last night, and just having, and even what Beck said, just like getting your paddle in the water and paddling and moving forward and building on that momentum, because what you do right now is going to set you up for 2026. And I will say, when we have those new products launch in January, when we have convention in March and new products again, that's when all these people that you are getting into their network right now in December, they're going to be seeing you post in January, February, March. And that's when some of them are going to decide that it's time for them to jump into this business with you. So take what you can from all of that. Ask any questions on the chat or anything that you have. But I will say this was so fun, and I can't wait for Christmas at the beach tomorrow.
So good, you guys. I just realized I wasn't muted, so hopefully you didn't hear my dogs chewing bones and life happening at my house. So sorry about that. But this was so good, you guys. I hope you guys took something from it. Like I said, number one, if you have specific questions about Host to Post, go to the post, put them below. We can do walkthroughs where we're sharing our screen. We can do short videos explaining certain things. We can do whatever you need. We are here for you. Second thing, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. Get ready for the beach. We're going to talk about all things how to show up on social media as your genuine self. So, love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.